Check, check. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2.
Spring Commencement. I'm Susan Stocker, the Dean on the Ashtabula campus. I'd like to introduce the members of our platform party. Kevin Deemer, our Assistant Dean, Dr. Bradley Kiefer, the Chair of the Faculty Council, and Judge Marianne Sezon, our commencement speaker this evening. As I was preparing for this evening, I found a few themes emerging. When I think about our two award recipients for tonight, Dr. Lori Herpin and Camille Ballard, and our commencement speaker, Judge Marianne Sezon, I know them all as strong women, each in their own way, making a real difference in our community. And if I add our student commencement speaker, Eli Kalil, into the mix with those three accomplished women, I find four individuals who are all living a life of purpose. We are all in for a special evening tonight. Now let me turn to honor those we're here tonight to celebrate, our graduates. Let me be the first to congratulate you on this major achievement. I know tonight has not come easily. Some of you have been working either part-time or full-time, raising families. Some of you have had life crises while you've been going to school, but yet you've persevered. I want to take a few minutes just to highlight some of our graduates. April Grove. April, where are you? Stand up. They don't know I was going to do this. We didn't have a rehearsal this morning, so we'll see. April is graduating tonight with dual degrees. One of our faculty members, Dr. Kay Amy, told me how impressed she has been with April. Dr. Amy shared with me how kind and caring April has been in giving up her time to assist a visually impaired classmate. April, thank you for your compassion and congratulations. Jennifer Camp. Jennifer is graduating tonight with an Associate Arts degree, and Mrs. Lockmuller, a member of our math faculty, tells me you have 4 young daughters, and you passed statistics with flying colors. Congratulations. Brianna Bradley. Brianna is a true testimony to the success youth can find in Ashtabula if they work hard and are dedicated to setting goals. Brianna attended Lakeside High School where she maintained a 3.5 GPA and was a member of the National Honor Society. She's the first in her family to earn a college degree. Brianna is an inspiration to all who know her. Congratulations, Brianna. Where are our nursing students? Oh, yeah. 4 out of 25 of our nursing graduates tonight came in as paramedics. We love our paramedic to RN students. One example is Kayla Ford. Kayla? There. Oh, stay standing. Kayla received the Faculty Choice Award earlier this evening in the nursing pinning ceremony. Kayla came up with the idea of having the graduating students give their nursing uniforms back so that current students who need a uniform at last minute could use the old ones at no cost. So we've established Kayla's Closet. Thank you and congratulations. I'd like to recognize our hospitality management students. So, all right, I think there might be 4 of you there. Stand up, stand up. Okay, so the first 2 students I'm going to recognize, I met when I was the interim dean at the Geauga campus because they actually live in Geauga County, but they transferred to Ashtabula to major in hospitality management. So Katie Uterhart was recently recognized at the Student Leadership and Honors Award Ceremony in Kent as an outstanding senior leader, and she's the recipient of the Spirit of Hospitality Award. Katie has already accepted a job at Experience in Twinsburg. If you see Katie, Quinton Capone will not be far behind. You can kind of figure that out. Quinton is graduating magna cum laude tonight. He's been active in the hospitality management student organization as well. And Quinton has accepted a position at the Kirtland Country Club. Now, Alex Grippy. If you ask Alex tonight, what's he going to do next? He's going to tell you he's going to Disney World. Because he's already completed the Disney College program, and he hopes to land a job at Disney World in the very near future. And then India Cosme is the first in her family to graduate from college. India is a student on the dean's list, and her career interest while in the program has been event planning. She has also accepted a job as an event planner at the Canterbury Golf Club. Congratulations to you and your proud family. Next, Bradley Indo. Brad is graduating tonight with distinction with a degree in enology. And for those of you who don't know, enology is the science of winemaking. So I'm pleased to report that Brad has accepted a position as the assistant winemaker with our partners, Lorello Vineyards. I think Kim Lorello is here tonight. There she is. Thank you, Kim, and thank you to Larry, too, for this unique and exciting partnership that we have together. And we'll look forward to tasting some of Brad's wine. Okay, CJ Turner. There he is. I first started chatting with CJ, who's graduating tonight with a bachelor's degree in sociology, because he'd often wear a Madison High School Blue Streak t-shirt. And I'm also a Madison Blue Streak, so we had something in common. Faculty members rave that CJ is a pleasure to have in class. He's polite and never complains and always willing to help out wherever needed. While on campus, he's been a member of the sociology club and has served as vice president of the student government. Both the faculty and staff are already lamenting that CJ is graduating. His presence and leadership will be missed on the campus. So CJ, thank you. You're no longer just a blue streak. Tonight you're a golden flash. I had time to tell you all their stories. You all should be very proud of your achievements. Congratulations to all of you. As our graduates processed in tonight, you may have noticed some of them wearing red, white, and blue cords. Those are our student veterans. I'd like to ask them to stand now so that we can recognize their service to our country. Our graduates realize that they didn't get to this point on their own. If you are a parent, grandparent, spouse, significant other, or child of one of our graduates, please stand so that we can recognize you. It's been another great year on the campus. several of our faculty and staff members were recognized with honors and awards this past year. Carolyn Carvalho was recognized by the Northeast Ohio Council on Higher Education. She was nominated by a student for being a top advisor. Carrie Lockmuller was recognized by the Student Accessibility Office in Kent, as she was nominated by a student for making her math classes undeniably accessible. Shelley Marshall, Teresa Bates, Amanda Dolan, and Ava Cheney were recognized by the Women's Center in Kent as a mother, mentor, or a muse. And in partnership with Lorella Vineyards, we produced 17 Degrees, our KSU Ashtabula ice wine. It makes a great graduation gift. We just received notice that our respiratory therapy program is being recognized by the accrediting body as one of only a few select respiratory therapy programs in the country, and is receiving the Credentialing Success Award. Next fall, we will be offering a totally online MRI and CT bachelor's degree in radiologic technology, as well as an associate degree in veterinary technology. And we are especially excited about our Rising Scholars program. The program will be directed by faculty member Natalie Kuya. We will be selecting sixth graders from Ashtabula area city schools who will be mentored by students on this campus through the 12th grade. Then they will receive free tuition to attend Kent State Ashtabula. Some of you got a sneak peek at our newly renovated auditorium this evening, and over the summer we'll be renovating the hallway outside the gym. We have a lot to be proud of here at Kent State University, Kent's campus on the lake. I want to take a minute now to honor a staff member who is retiring. Barb Larson. Barb has been our clinical education coordinator for the radiologic technology program since 1997. Barb has been dedicated to our students and the program and will be missed. Thank you for your service, and we wish you all the best in your retirement. Now I would like to recognize the leadership, financial assistance, and support provided by the Ashtabula Area College Committee, our Campus Advisory Board. The members of the committee are listed in your program. I would like to ask Ryan Richards, the president of the Ashtabula Area College Committee, to come forward now to present the awards given by the College Committee.
Good evening. The Academic Achievement Awards are granted to students who meet the following criteria. Number 1, completion of at least 60 hours of credit. Number 2, at least 45 of those hours must be taken at the Ashtabula campus. And number 3, a grade point average of 3.70 or better as of the prior grading period. These are the scholars, and scholars, as I read your name, please stand and remain standing. Eli Kalil, Quentin Capone, Michael Fisher, and Angela Miles. It is now my pleasure to present the Ashtabula Area College Committee Community Service Award. This award was established to recognize outstanding contributions to education through leadership, vision, resources, and commitment within the area serviced by the Ashtabula campus of Kent State University. Past recipients are listed in your commencement program. It is a pleasure to recognize Dr. Lori Herpin as our 2019 recipient. Dr. Herpin, can you join me while we continue? Dr. Herpin has provided a tremendous amount of leadership to our community. She is currently the Vice President of the Board of the Civic Development Corporation and and was the chair of the 2005 CDC campaign. She was a committee chair during our campus fundraising campaign for the Robert S. Morrison Health and Science Building. She traveled to the Dominican Republic with our nursing faculty and nursing students to provide care to those in need. Perhaps most significantly, Dr. Herpen has co-chaired RAM, the remote area medical clinic, which was held in our community recently. That event takes a tremendous amount of coordination, leadership, and resources, but has a huge impact on our community. Dr. Herpen is a local podiatrist and is married to Dr. John Decato. They live in Saybrook and are the parents of 3 daughters. Dr. Herpen, for your leadership and many contributions to our community, thank you, and it is my honor to present this award to you.
And just briefly, I did want to recognize some of our partners, obviously Kent State University and their nursing program and their IT department, Ashtabula County Medical Center, Tina Shchesky, University Hospitals, Denise DiDonato, Walmart Vision, Andy Coyoto, Eagleville Bible, Steve Arselik, my husband, Dr. John Decato, and our staff, Doctors Deborah Balo Crombie and her husband, Dr. Martin Crombie, and their staff at the Healthy Smile Center, Dr. Norm Gleckler with the chiropractic, and Jennifer Deal with our physical therapy. They were the original team. We've since expanded, and we know we will continue to expand. Please, as you graduate, consider service to others as part of your leadership. You will be blessed 1,000 times over by serving others. I think my first introduction to service began with my parents and my faith-based education, and I would encourage all of you, be an agent of change. Be 100% where you are in this community. You will do great things. Congratulations.
Good evening. Roger T. Beitler was the first director of what was then the Ashtabula Academic Center. The Ashtabula Campus Faculty Council established this award in honor of Beitler's dedication to the faculty and students. Each year, the faculty select a former Ashtabula campus student who has made a notable contribution to their respective vocations. Past recipients include Dean Stocker and State Representative John Patterson. This year's recipient is Camille Zillar. Camille, please join me on the stage. Camille earned her associate degree in nursing from the Ashtabula campus. I'm supposed to say she was one of Dean Stocker's students. She was one of Dean Stocker's students. Camille then earned a BSN from Kent State University and a master's in health administration from Ohio University. She has 19 years of nursing experience encompassing a variety of settings. For the past 5 years, she's held leadership roles to support addiction care services and hospital operations, including Director of Quality, Patient Experience and Education, as well as the Director of Nursing at Glen Bay Hospital. Her current position is with the Center for Health Affairs in Cleveland, where she is the Director of Education and Initiatives for the Northeast Ohio Hospital Opioid Consortium. She concentrates most of her work on educating frontline healthcare providers regarding opioid and other substance use disorders. Camille collaborates with physicians, pharmacists, and nurses within the hospital community to understand where educational gaps exist. This enables a collaborative response to developing education that can be shared to improve patient outcomes through early identification, intervention, treatment, and ultimately recovery. Camille is an active member of the Northeast Ohio Opioid Consortium Education Subcommittee, the Greater Cleveland Organization of Nurse Executives, the Ohio Nurses Association, and the International Nurses Society on Addictions. Please join me in congratulating Camille Zillar as the 2019 recipient of the Roger T. Beitler Award.
Thank you, and thank you, Dean Stocker, for that warm welcome. It is my pleasure to be here tonight to celebrate with the graduates and to accept this award. The Roger T. Beitler Award is truly special. When Dean Stocker called me to let me know that I was chosen, my response was, I'm speechless. Well, I've had time to think about this now, and I think I can put into words my appreciation. I have to thank Kent State Ashtabula, the staff and faculty, for remaining a beacon of hope for our community. As a non-traditional student, I applied to this university after my military experience and attended on my GI Bill. Married, raising a family, I took the opportunity I dreamed of to become a nurse, and Kent State helped me achieve that. My nursing degree has enabled me to help support my family, give back to the community, and find passion in something I love, especially helping those with substance use disorders. I'm an advocate for comprehensive services to find ways to reduce barriers that exist among people seeking help. That includes addressing stigma in our society to help others understand that addiction is a chronic illness and not a moral failing, and recovery is possible. I also would like to thank Ashtabula County Medical Center and Glen Bay Hospital for providing me with caregiver and professional experience where I could expand my nursing role. And to my family and friends who have been supportive in all that I do. To the graduates, this is the day you've dreamed of. Make the best of it. Don't be afraid to say yes to opportunities because they will present themselves. And that is what makes life exciting, interesting, and fun. So congratulations, and thank you, Kent State Ashtabula.
At this time, I would like to introduce our student speaker, Eli Kalil. Eli was born and raised in Ashtabula County and graduated from Edgewood High School, where he was a 1,000-point scorer for the Warrior basketball team. In his senior year, he received the County Boys Basketball Player of the Year award and was a selection for the All-Ohio basketball team. Eli accumulated over 500 community service hours and was selected as the Student of the Year Edgewood's highest academic award. Upon high school graduation, Eli attended Hiram College for a year and studied political science. After a year at Hiram, Eli returned home and transferred to Kent State Ashtabula. In 2016, while continuing to complete his coursework online, Eli relocated to Columbus to serve as a legislative aide. During that time, he learned a lot about the challenges facing Ashtabula County. In 2018, he returned to Ashtabula County and started working in our Student Services office. Tonight, Eli is receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies, magna cum laude, and in June will start on a master's program at Kent State in Public Administration. Please join me in welcoming Eli Kalil to the podium.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me try that again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. First and foremost, I want to congratulate all my fellow friends and graduates who I have the honor of sharing the stage with tonight. I also want to give a special thanks to my parents, Andrea and David, a second mother to me in the crowd tonight, Carmen, my entire family, Kent State University President Beverly Warren, our Dean, Susan Stocker, our commencement speaker, the Honorable Judge Marianne Sezon, my professors, and all the faculty and staff I've had the pleasure of getting to know during my time here at Kent State University at Ashtabula. As we sit here tonight, anxiously awaiting to call ourselves college graduates, I ask you to see the possibility. See the possibility in yourselves. At one point or another in our lives, we were doubted, told we couldn't make it, made fun of for striving for our dreams. But we proved our naysayers wrong, defied other standards, and pursued our passions. See the possibility in our journeys. Most of us endured sleepless nights, cared for a loved one along the way, or worked multiple jobs to make ends meet. This evening, we have a room filled with both traditional and non-traditional students. We've all taken different routes, but we all saw the possibility in our journeys. See the possibility in our support system. We've all leaned on someone for guidance, compassion, or love during our endeavors. Believe in those who believe in you. If they're here tonight, thank them. Hug them. Let them know that they're appreciated, and now you're here for them too. See the possibility in our community. Ashtabula County is unique, diverse, and full of potential. Every place has its frustrations, but I challenge you to see the possibilities in your community. Think about our schools and the educators who believe in us, the libraries that gave us a safe, warm place to learn and grow, the agricultural community that helped us put food on our tables, the beautiful parks and our Great Lake, our covered bridges and unbelievable tourist attractions, and our unique sense of culture for the place most of us call home. See the possibility in our futures. Kristen Armstrong, former professional road bicycle racer and three-time Olympic gold medalist, once said, "It's not only moving that creates new starting points. Sometimes all it takes is a subtle shift in perspective, an opening of the mind, an intentional pause and reset, or a new route to start to see new possibilities and new options." Regardless of where our journey takes us, or what new challenges we may face, if we pursue every opportunity with a positive, unstoppable determination, the future's ours. Kent State Ashtabula enabled me to return home and begin to make a difference in my own community. For my first year of college, I left the county to grasp a better understanding of how things work outside of our community. After a year, though, I realized how much I appreciated Ashtabula County and yearned to come back and be a thought leader. Without having Kent State Ashtabula here, I would have never had the opportunity to return home, work part-time, give back to the community, and still earn
quality education. The relationships I've made here and the friendships I've built have allowed me to see the possibility in Ashtabula County and in myself. We have so many extraordinary students graduating tonight. Their stories are uniquely theirs, but they're also so much the stories of many of our own students. We have students who work multiple jobs, students who care for sick relatives, students who are involved in multiple extracurricular activities, and students who have overcome tremendous difficulties like bullying and classroom learning disabilities. I'd like to tell you about just a few of our graduates this evening. As Dean Stocker mentioned earlier, one of our students this evening, Brianna Bradley, is graduating with an associate's degree in human services and has taken her passion for at-risk youth and become a counselor at a local organization called Youth Opportunities. But her aspirations don't stop there. She plans to return to school to pursue a bachelor's degree and eventually a master's degree, all in the hope of changing the lives of young people in our community for the better. Her own life experiences have become a catalyst for her career, and in that, she sees the possibilities, not only for her own life, but for young people who need it as well. Another student I want to focus on is a slightly different case in that she's not graduating tonight. Valerie Smith will be graduating next semester, but her story is extraordinary. So I wanted to include her in my talk this evening. While raising 4 children, she worked full-time and managed to attend college courses in pursuit of her degree. As if all that responsibility wasn't enough, she's added to that many responsibilities on our own campus. She's the president of undergraduate student government, president of the Arts and Culture Club, a member of the Sociology Club, and gives her time as a student ambassador for us as well. In fact, earlier this year, she was recognized by Kent State's Women's Center SAGE Project as a female student who has overcome great adversity. For her, graduating next semester will not be an ending, but yet another beginning. At that point, she'll be attending Cleveland Marshall College of Law in pursuit of her law degree. She credits our campus and the opportunities she's had here as being instrumental in her journey. Now, I've talked about a student receiving an associate's degree, one who will receive a bachelor's degree, and I want to focus on yet another exceptional graduate. We have an individual in the crowd with us tonight who will be walking to receive her PhD in evaluation and measurement from KSU. That individual is Amanda Dolan, and yet another example of someone who saw the possibility, especially with regards to education. Doctor, as we all now can call her, you can applaud for that, that's awesome. She didn't just see the possibility in her own education, she saw the possibility in Kent State Ashtabula. Dr. Dolan is the Director of Management and Student Services on campus, and in that role, she's responsible for all aspects of student life outside of the classroom, including admissions, financial aid, academic advising, and academic support. The community on this campus helped her see the possibility in all she's accomplished, and we've all benefited from that. So, as we listen to these success stories, remember that we're all a success story of our own. Before we walk on this stage to accept our diplomas, I ask all of us to see the possibility in ourselves, our journeys, our support system, our community, and our futures. We will walk off the stage with much more than a college degree. We'll have more friendships, different perspectives, and a new sense of appreciation for hard work and new possibilities. Thank you to everyone at Kent State Ashtabula for your commitment to educate people to better our society and our community. Undeniably us, undeniably proud, undeniably Kent State. Best wishes on a happy, healthy, and productive journey forward.
I have no doubt that Eli will continue to see the possibilities. Thanks, Eli. It's now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Marianne Sezon. Marianne is a common pleas judge, the first female to hold this position in Ashtabula County's history. She presides over felony criminal cases, civil suits, domestic relations, and various administrative appeals. Marianne is a lifelong resident of Ashtabula County, having been born and raised in Geneva. While attending Geneva High School, she started her collegiate career here at Kent State Ashtabula. Marianne holds a bachelor's cum laude and a master's degree in education from John Carroll University and a Juris Doctorate from the University of Akron School of Law. Marianne is licensed to practice law throughout the state courts in Ohio and the United States Supreme Court. She holds certification by the National Center for State Courts as a certified court manager. Marianne resides in Austinburg with her husband, Richard Dana, a local attorney and an adjunct professor here on our campus. Prior to taking the bench, Marianne had experience working throughout the judicial system in the state of Ohio with clerkships for the 9th Appellate District and the Supreme Court of Ohio. She worked her way up through the court system from law clerk, staff attorney, magistrate, court administrator, and now as judge with the Ashtabula County Common Pleas located in Jefferson. Marianne is active in various community organizations in Ashtabula County. She is a former president of the Mental Health and Recovery Services Board and a former trustee of the Ashtabula County District Library. She's a 2012 graduate of Leadership Ashtabula and currently serves on the Leadership Board of Trustees, as well as the Ashtabula Area College Committee. Her involvement has been recognized by the Ohio State Bar Association with an award for community service. Of all of Marianne's accomplishments, she is probably best known for her work at Eddie's Grill. At a young age, Marianne started by sweeping floors, wiping trays, and cleaning tables in her family's business. Marianne is proud of her Slovenian heritage and gives special thanks to her mentors, her parents, Eddie and Ann Sezon and Aunt Rosemarie, as they exhibit how a family committed to hard work can live the American dream. Please join me in welcoming Judge Marianne Sezon to the podium.
Thank you and good evening. To start, let me offer my heartfelt congratulations to the Kent State University at Ashtabula class of 2019. It is my honor to speak to you tonight. I feel a certain kinship with all students at Kent State University at Ashtabula because 30 or so years ago, I started my own collegiate career on this very campus. As indicated in my biography, I proudly serve on the Campus Advisory Board, and I have had the honor to meet with students when invited into your classrooms to discuss topics related to our court system. That includes meeting our campus speaker, Eli Kalil, who has informed me that he will be our governor of Ohio for 2030. While I did not have the honor to graduate from this fine institution, seeking advanced degrees further away from home, I can say unequivocally that some of my best instructors were at this campus. We all appreciate the smaller class sizes that this campus offers, with instructors who not only know our names, but are in a position to enhance our strengths and improve upon our weaknesses. Let's take a moment to thank our instructors seated here to my left as well as the other staff members and administrators who fill this hall. I fully realize that after these introductions, most persons will not remember anything said at their graduation ceremony. There is excitement in the air, a celebratory atmosphere mixed with a certain amount of fear of the unknown. I suspect that many of you are perhaps uncertain as to what your specific future may bring. Some of you may have a better idea than others where you will begin your careers. Others, like many that have sat in your shoes a year or two ago, may have less of a clear understanding. Have faith in yourselves in the ultimate outcome. However, to grab your attention with this graduation speech, I offer 3 simple rules that, if you follow, will lead to your success. So do I have your attention? So 1, stay positive. It is easy to be cynical of the world and issue criticism. This is something, admittedly, that can be tough, particularly in my job as a judge. I have the reputation of being the smiling judge. I don't know how I got that. Persons often ask me when dealing with cases that involve man's inhumanity to man, how I maintain a positive attitude in my courtroom. I respond by saying that it is not my courtroom, but rather our collective courtroom. Our courts are microcosms reflecting problems facing our nation: poverty, drug abuse, mental health, proper health care, foreclosure, and so forth. It is beyond a court that issues punishments, a court of understanding and hope. Even those persons who are locked away with a lengthy sentence, and my reputation as the smiling judge does not prohibit such a sentence when deserved, we still seek solutions to long-standing systemic problems. We also must realize the inner humanity of everyone who will likely return into their communities. My family background also makes me realize just how blessed we are. My husband, Richard Dana, might say that it is his sterling personality that is the cause of my positive attitude. Well, that might be some part of it. I think it comes from an earlier time frame. Both of my grandparents immigrated to the Americas from Slovenia. Having limited money and not speaking the English language, both sets of family dreamed one day of owning their own business and living the American dream. Both of my grandfathers obtained the only jobs available to them at that time, which was working in the mines. For my maternal grandfather, he always showed up on the day to pick up his paycheck in a suit and a tie, thankful for the opportunity to have a job. He saved his money, raised his family, and ended up purchasing a small convenience store. Things were harder for the paternal side of my family. On the first week on the job in the mines, my paternal grandfather nearly lost his life when a cave-in occurred that left the person next to him dead and my grandfather in the hospital for several weeks. One could understand if my grandfather became distraught, wondering if he should return to Slovenia or worse, become cynical. Obviously, mining was not going to be my grandfather's key to living the American dream. He persevered, started a family, and one day rolled into Ashtabula County with his family in a car with a bald set of tires. He had a brand new job working, of all things, at a local mushroom factory here on Route 45. At the height of the Depression, he was happy to have a job, and the family survived on a steady diet of mushroom soup. They were lucky. While others faced starvation, they survived. This family, by any measure, would be considered poor in monetary wealth. However, they were rich in their love for one another and their collective faith of future opportunities. Soon, my grandfather obtained a better union job at the True Temper plant. He operated machinery at the plant, including a jackhammer. To the end of his days, my grandfather's hands and arms shook from those work experiences. Yet he always maintained his positive attitude. He sang and played the accordion, loved every moment with his family and friends, knowing how lucky he was to be alive. I know that this story, my family's story, is not unlike many of your own. Many in the class of 2019 have faced similar struggles. The balancing of family, work responsibilities along with your studies. If we may, can we take a moment for you to look up to those loved ones who made this day possible and offer our thanks for staying positive when others doubted that this graduation day would occur. So my second piece of advice for your success is stick-to-itiveness. Many of you know that my father, Eli Sezon, at the age of 17, started a business, Eddie's Grill at Geneva on the Lake, fulfilling his family's dream of one day opening their own business. I would like to say to anyone who opens up a business that it is easy. You open the doors and the cash register miraculously rings, and with little or no effort. The reality of life is not made up of such fairy tales. Soon after my father started his business, Uncle Sam came calling as shots rang out in the Korean Peninsula. Not unsurprisingly, my father was called in to serve as a cook to feed our hungry military personnel. At that time, America was facing two crises within a Cold War that had turned hot. 2/3 of the soldiers called into action were sent to fight in Korea. 1/3 was sent to Germany with the fear that Russian tanks would soon attack Europe. My father was blessed to serve in an area of the world that ultimately did not turn hot. I would like to take this time to thank those members of the graduating class wearing their well-earned red, white, and blue cords reflecting their service to this nation. While my father was saved, his business was facing extinction. Living in another continent, his business survived with the help of family. His mom worked the front window, a place that she would hold until her dying day at the age of 91. His sister, a student and graduate of Kent State, helped her older brother then as she does now. Their father, who was working third shift at True Temper, would leave that job and go to Eddie's Grill in the early morning hours to perform cleanup duties before the stand would open. He worked at the grill until his dying day at the age of 89. Now, somehow the business survived. My father took out loans to purchase lakefront land from which to expand his business over the years in piecemeal fashion and always on credit. Running his business and raising his family, my father one day was able to look into the mirror and confide that he had finally paid for everything. He was finally out of debt. He stuck to his mission and satisfied his family's dream of owning his own business, free and clear of his last mortgage. In that mirror, he saw a 70-year-old man. When telling this story, I have to give a shout out to my mother. My parents met on a blind date in Toronto, where my mother was then teaching school. As time went on, they would wed, but my father suggested that my mother live with his parents the summer before their fall marriage and experience working at the grill before fully committing to marriage. Eddie's Grill, after all, was an important part of his life, and she would be a necessary part of his family business. That year, her first year living in Ashtabula County was 1965, the summer of the riots at Geneva on the Lake. I am most blessed and currently smiling at my mother's stick-to-itiveness. They've been married over 50 years now. Third, don't allow others to define who you are and what you can and cannot do. As I mentioned at the start of this address, this is an exciting time, one filled with possibilities and also a bit of angst. I suspect if you were anything like me, you were wondering what you would be when you grew up. When I was seated in your position a few or more years ago, many, I thought I kind of had it all planned out. I was trained in the field of education and would soon pursue a master's degree in early childhood development. However, in the back of my mind was a love for the law. After starting a career in teaching, I changed gears and entered law school. Some questioned this choice. I was asked, why would I waste a successful career in education to study the seemingly unrelated field of law? I never looked back, and somehow in my current role in charge of behavioral modification on a daily basis, my initial career choice blended perfectly with my current, if not final, career choice. So, in a tip of the hat to our student speaker, Eli, who will be our next 2030 governor, if you are serious about what you say and have a commitment to public service, I say to you, go for it, seek it, and believe it. Just know in the ugly world of politics that there will be those who will be cynics and will try to tear you down. Stay positive, stick with it, and don't allow anyone to tell you what you can't do. Now, can I talk to the ladies in the room for a moment? We've come a long way, there's no question. However, for those of you who are entering male-dominated fields, you will face some unique challenges. When I announced my intention to move from my then existing position as a non-elected magistrate to an elected judge, I have to say that I was shocked by some of the reaction. Most of it was good. But in the 21st century, my fellow ladies, you will still have persons who will ask, why are you pursuing your career? And if you wouldn't be happier staying at home with the kids. You will actually have persons criticize you for the clothes you wear and inconsequential things such as whether or not a belt or a scarf you are wearing matches your suit. For some, the courtroom is not a search for the truth, but apparently somehow a bad episode of Project Runway. Don't be rattled by any of this. Remember that it is always easier to be a critic, and that these persons who are trying to preserve their self-esteem, at your expense. My advice when you meet these persons, smile and say a slight prayer that they will find the ability to take that sour attitude out of their mouth and find themselves. Meanwhile, you will continue to chart your own course and find your own destiny. In the example of my father and his own father, who survived on a hearty diet of mushrooms, turned lemons into lemonade. While it is my hope that you will remember these 3 pieces of advice, I know the retention rate from graduation speeches is low. Therefore, in an attempt at retention, and as a former educator, recognizing that we all learn differently, I have placed by your seats the following items. There is a postcard, pen, and a number 19 magnet from Eddie's Grill, a reminder of our Kent State University at Ashtabula class of 2019, one of my business cards in the hope that you found this address worthy and may want to update me from time to time on your future accomplishments, or maybe you will be interested in advice in pursuing your own course within the legal field. My best to each and every one of you, the Kent State University at Ashtabula class of 2019. God bless you.
Thank you, Your Honor, for that excellent address. I kind of like the way she was rocking it, holding it, but I'm not going to do that. All right, you guys are up. It's time, right? You're ready. got it serious. Okay. When your program is called, will the candidates for that degree please stand and remain standing? Candidate for the doctoral degree. Candidates for the Bachelor of Technical and Applied Studies. Candidate for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Candidate for the Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Care. Candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. Candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. Candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies. Candidates for the Associate of Applied Science in Radiologic Technology. Candidates for the Associate of Applied Science in Nursing. Candidates for the Associate of Applied Science in Human Services. Candidate for the Associate of Applied Science in Enology. Candidates for the Associate of Applied Business in Business Management. Candidates for the Associate of Science. Candidates for the Associate of Arts. Dean Stocker, on behalf of the faculty of the Ashtabula campus of Kent State University and representing the faculty of Kent State campus, I am pleased to certify the candidates for the associate, bachelor's, and doctoral degrees in their respective programs. These candidates have satisfied all requirements for the listed degrees as determined by their academic departments.
Under the laws of the state of Ohio and by designation from the Kent State University Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree for which you have been certified, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the world pertain to those degrees. As your name is read by Assistant Dean Deemer, please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Presenting the degree for the Associate of Arts is Dean Susan Stocker. Jennifer Camp. Jody Van Veer. The Associate of Arts in Justice Studies, Erin Palmo. The Associate of Science, Olivia Cimarelli. Lisa Jones. Shelby Jones. Aaron Moody. Whitney Cheyenne Smith. Joanna Socha. Genesis White. Presenting the degree for the Associate of Applied Business and Business Management Technology is Assistant Professor Darrell Uppel. April Grove. April also earned an Associate of Science degree. Kyle Heron. Presenting the degree for the Associate of Applied Science in Enology is lecturer Ed Trevins. Bradley Indo, with distinction. Presenting the degree for the Associate of Applied Science in Human Services is Associate Lecturer Joan Steidel. Brianna Bradley. Cheryl Burnell. Angelica Flores. Priscilla Stokes. Presenting the degree for the Associate of Applied Science in Nursing is Senior Program Director, Dr. Julie Sanita. Noelle Armstrong, with distinction. Abigail Badoon. Kaylee Blendman. Erica Cudioni. Hannah Cole. Shaylin Collins. Jillian Dick. Elsie Ensign. Rachel Fanti. Jennifer Gilmore. Shauna Grant. Alyssa Haynes Beckwith. Emily Rose Hoden, with distinction. Taylor Lampella. Jerry Nappy. Kayla Poor. Tawny Rogers. Laura Salyan. Lauren Thompson. Presenting the degree for the Associate of Applied Science in Radiologic Technology is Program Director Gail Schroeder. Michelle Ballard. Tony Cheshire. Mackenzie Dunlap. Mackenzie also earned an Associate of Science degree. Jocelyn DuPonte. Samantha Friend. Brianna Hernandez, with distinction. Haley LaRue. Eric Levanovich, with distinction. Carly March. Natalie Notareski. Nicole Ciro. Caitlin Woodrum. Brenda Zalea Maldonado. Presenting the degree for the Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies is Associate Lecturer Lori Bentley. Corey Gray. Eli Kalil, magna cum laude. Presenting the degree for the Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology is Dr. Brian Jones. Brittany Luke. Michaela Passmore. Eva Pettit. Presenting the degree for the Bachelor's of Arts in Sociology is Dr. Jessica Levito. Nicholas LaGrange. Cletus Turner. Presenting the degree for the Bachelor's of Science in Hospitality Management is Associate Lecturer Mandy Alickney. Quentin Capone, magna cum laude. Indian Elise Cosme. Alexander Grippy. Catherine Uderhart. Presenting the degree for the Bachelor's of Science in Respiratory Care is Program Director, Dr. Yvonne George. Michael Fisher, magna cum laude. The Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Randy Williams. Presenting the degree for the Bachelor of Technical and Applied Studies is Associate Lecturer Carolyn Cavallo. Angela Miles. Valerie T. Well, look at you. The Doctor of Philosophy and Evaluation and Measurement, Amanda Avery Dolan.
Let's give them all another round of applause. Okay, now for the moment you've been waiting for. Graduates, please stand. You may now move your tassels from the right side to the left side of your mortarboard. I want to congratulate you once again for taking advantage of the opportunities that this campus offers you. I wish you continued success coupled with health and much happiness. The May commencement is also special as we celebrate Mother's Day. Best wishes to all the mothers who are in our audience tonight. Congratulations again to our very deserving award winners, and thank you to Eli and Marianne for providing those memorable commencement addresses. Marianne and Richard, we'll see you at Eddie's this weekend. All right. Following the ceremony, you're all invited to join us in the Blue Gold Room in the Commons for refreshments. I want to thank Clay Metcalf for providing the music tonight. Now I'd invite all of you to please stand and join us in the singing of our alma mater.